The interesting part about the women's divisions, it's not like the men's. I always see something a little bit different. Like for Valentina to go up to Nunes, they've done it, but you can always see a pretty big difference in like, weight. Like Volkanovski will go up to fight Makachev. And I think you're going to see the difference there. But when you're watching guys like Kevin Holland go between like your welterweights and your middleweights, you don't see much of a difference. Now, Zhang Weili, so she is a shorter girl, and she's probably a little bit shorter than Valentina. But is that the goal? Like, let's get her to that fight, and that's kind of that's the one that's really selling the pay-per-view cards.
Well, I think there's no one that is really a big threat to Valentina in her category right now, right?
No. I mean, that Maya tried. That was kind of close for one round. Oh, she fought that Brazilian girl, and then it was really close, her last fight. There was an accidental headbutt that just like split her open. It was a close. They're going to rematch that, I think. Yes.
I think Weili is the only one who can go up and actually give a good fight to Valentina. Weili cuts a lot of weight for 115. Like, she really suffers. And I think, take it from a guy who's been weight cutting for 20 years, I've always performed terribly when I cut weight. And when I go in as a smaller person, but healthier, I have a banging performance. No one will put a point on me. Every time that I've won Nogi Worlds at medium heavyweight, it was dominant, and I was 5 pounds under. And no one would score a point on me. I would handle people because they would get tired, and I would have a real strong cardio.
Is it the mental hydration being drained there?
Could be anything, man. It could be anything. Yeah, I think mental exhaustion from weight cutting. Yeah, I think just not having that stress on your body. So I'm confident that if Weili doesn't have to do that weight cut, the thing is she will still have to cut to make 125. Yeah. It's like she's not just walking around at that weight.
Yeah, she'll probably like 5 pounds.
She won't cut. Yeah. She'll diet. She'll diet it down. Maybe she'll cut a few pounds, and she'll probably try to keep herself at, I don't know, 130 or something. I think she's going to perform better. That's what I believe. I think she'll have a better performance at that weight. I think she'll be a better athlete. I think she'll be stronger. She'll be faster. She'll be healthier. And I think that's going to make a big fact. She's already a freak athlete. Yeah. At 115, she is a monster. She DC, says she's the greatest athlete of all time.
And it's
hard to argue with, man.
When you're at Bangtao,
you see her
from like the let's call it the fanboys perspective. I'm not going to name names or anything in that sense, but when you see her training compared to other people that are also professional in the gym, it's day and night.
Yeah.
That girl, like when you drive in and she's kicking pads, you're generally like, who's in here? I've trained with her on the Saturday mornings. That's how I got my relationship with her. I was doing translations for her during when Woody was doing a HIIT class or Shaw in the mornings.
Yeah, cool.
And then I got close with her coach and the other two guys as well.
Your Chinese is pretty good?
Good enough to at least explain when she's like in those classes and she's never done them.
Yeah, sure.
And I could explain enough to get her going, and so she wasn't, because her English isn't that great, but she's actually going to be with an English teacher here, a guy named Alex. They're going to have some stuff going on.
She's working on it. She wants to improve.
And she will get good here because you're forced to speak it. Like when I lived in China, you have to speak Chinese in China, or you can't even take a taxi. It's a nightmare. Right. Otherwise, you need a translator, and it's a bit annoying. But my point was, when you watched her in those HIIT classes on a Saturday morning where she doesn't even need to be there. If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.